All right. So we're here today with Brandon Waltman, animator extraordinaire. So,
Good to be here.
let me introduce everyone to the man, the myth, the legend, Brandon Waltman. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you're from? What got you into art?
I am originally from Oklahoma, and I attended the Kansas City Art Institute, where I majored in animation 10 years ago or something. And ever since then, I've been on the fast track out here in Hollywood, just doing my animation thing. And I initially got into animation whenever I was around probably 5 or 6, and I would sit and watch Looney Tunes for hours on end, and I was just endlessly impressed with everything, all those cartoons. Every one of them probably had a little bit of input as to where I went with animation.
Excellent. Excellent. You said Looney Tunes was your favorite show as a kid. Why do you think you connected with it so well?
Because it was so ridiculous. They could do absolutely anything. Like, they could get shot in the face or blow up, and they were still good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And the exaggeration, the variety of characters, it was just endlessly entertaining to me. Like, nothing. Still, Looney Tunes is still my favorite thing to watch and reference whenever it comes to animation.
All right. How old were you when you started making art?
I was, as far as I can remember, I've always been drawing something. When I was about 3 or 4, I would draw Ninja Turtles, which consisted of a green circle and a blue line, or whatever color their bandana was. And they were always fighting or killing something. It didn't really look like much back then, but as far as I can remember, I've always been drawing something.
All right. Was there any specific moment in your life when you realized that you wanted to be an animator?
I had, pretty much as far back as I can remember, I wanted to do animation. That just comes again from watching old cartoons all the time. I think I had a weird period where I wanted to be a zookeeper for a while, and I carried a monkey around on my shoulder, a stuffed monkey. But then that passed, and then I wanted to be an animator again.
Yeah, the monkey animate with you. Be in between or something.
I think he fell apart, or I don't know what happened to him. He wasn't important.
Do you have any heroes, and how have they influenced you?
Heroes animation-wise, or just in general?
In general.
In general, well, my parents are all, they would have to be both equal heroes. They always supported me when it came to this. They never doubted me when it came to anything I wanted to do. They just supported me. So, I mean, that's what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And just pretty much every influence, like every class, all my KCAI classmates, there's just an endless amount of like resources that you can pull from all those people. And they're all a hero in their own way.
Oh. Are there any recurring themes that are present in your work?
Not so much. Everything I've made, pretty much, just in retrospect, just kind of looking back, it's been kind of depressing stuff, but made with like lighthearted animation and characters. So I'm gonna start aiming towards more happy. I'm gonna match my stories with the way I animate. That would make more sense.
Okay. Where would you like to see your animation going in the future? What kind of goals have you set for yourself?
I just want to keep, I don't know, I feel like you can always keep learning. I'd like to kind of tone it down a little bit and contrast, find a good balance between really exaggerated stuff and more subtle character acting. I want to get my character acting down. I want to just make sure I can have free range with that and just really learn how to take solid control of it. And I don't think I'll ever finish learning that. You just kind of gotta keep doing. And that's what I plan to do.
Very good. What kind of things inspire you to make a film?
What kind of things inspire me? Lots of stuff. Looney Tunes, like I was saying. Just countless animated films, animated shorts, a good deal of graphic novels, whether they be superhero comics or just Sunday strips. Like Calvin and Hobbes is a really big one. I pull from that a lot. And just life and like the people that you encounter on the street. You meet some of the craziest people just, living every day. And if you can pay attention to it, then you can pull some of the most interesting characters just out of your everyday life. That's probably the biggest one. I'm trying to pay more attention to that.
So once you have your inspiration, how do you approach starting a new project?
I do a lot of sketches, lots of thumbnails, just quick drawings, trying to get the foundation laid out. And that really just helps me work out all the kinks. And from there, I go as broad as I can and then try and just narrow it down as much as I can to the more specific elements of what I want to animate. And yeah.
Okay. Do you do anything that helps you get your creative juices flowing?
I like to listen to my music really, really loudly and just become kind of immersed in that because I feel like I can really just concentrate on anything. I don't know why, but just sitting there in silence, I feel like that's more distracting than just, blaring music. So that's usually what I do. Or I just take my sketchbook out to a park or a public area. Like, I really like going to Starbucks and just kind of sitting down and drawing with people. And if you wear sunglasses, you can just look at whoever you want and nobody's even know that you're like watching them. So I've learned how to be a pretty good stalker in that sense.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Brandon.
Thank you, Alex.